lot of people want to be like you. They just don't know that, right? So you teach them how they can be investors. If they got $10,000, how can they change that into investment? Create a partnership group, right? So this is a community. If you got 10, he got 10, he got 10. Now we got this money. Now let's go buy this property. And make sure that your brand look good, right? Another thing is people got poor quality content, right, that they put out. It looks like homemade shit, but you saying that you do this and do that. You worth this. If you worth this and you ain't putting no money into this, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I look at people quality and content and see how much they invest in. I don't believe you if it look like trash.
Gotcha.
Because it don't cost that much to make your image look good. And if you seriously trying to take over the internet, you got to look like something. So really just knowing your marketplace and being dominant. Number one guy, I want to be in the top 5. Top 5 in your city. If you ain't in the top 5, you got to keep working. You see what I'm saying? And we all sometimes be in the top 5. Think about the billionaires. One of them, one year they'd be the richest man. Then next thing you know, you go down to number 2 or number 3.
Right.
You got to keep working. A lot of people get comfortable. You might make your first $1 million and be like, oh, this is it. Then you realize that shit water.
That shit, I've been there.
That shit go. I made my first $1 million in 2016. That shit was water. I didn't realize that. I'm like, oh, we up. Yeah, all right.
What's going on, good people? Welcome to another episode of First Generation Wealth Builders, where we find dope people that do dope things in their relationship to real estate, man. Today, I got a dope guest. Never met him. This is my first time meeting him, but I'm excited just because he already coming with the heat. I said, man, hold the conversation. Mr. Dontell Antonio.
What's going on, King?
Man, I appreciate you for coming through and prompt like too, man.
Yeah, you're always on time, man.
There it is, man. So for the people who don't know you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Man, I'm the king of content. That's it. You know, I've been doing content for a decade. I done helped so many brands and businesses scale, and I enjoy it, especially minority businesses. You know, minority businesses, you know, tend to not to invest or don't see the generation in what they do, right? And when I say that, I mean, hey, can your brand be around 100 years? Or is you just doing it for now? So what you doing to keep your kids in place so they can be big, your companies can be big like the Waltons, the Trumps, and all of that. So I think brand identity is key, right? And making sure that you stay consistent with it so the people can fall in love with you and you can last generations. And so that's what we do. We help them do that through content and brand.
Man, I got to get straight to it. So you said something that is very true. It's perspective, but it's true from my perspective. People of our color sometimes don't see the value in content. How do you break through to really like let them understand like this is a necessity for your brand and you need to invest into this?
I think the blessing is by the time they get to me, they already know like, dang, they haven't been putting in the work, right? And so they go sought after me because they look at like, dang, you so consistent, I want that. Right. So it's like, I want that. So a lot of the people, when they do get to us, they already ready. And the ones who don't get to us, they shouldn't even been to us. Right. They don't make it. Right. But the ones that get to us, they be ready to rock and roll. So I don't got to do a lot of convincing. I just really put together a plan and make sure that it can help them. Right. So I'm one of them people, I'm not so big on let me upsell on you. No, let me make sure we can help you. So because once you get in our system, once we onboard you, you in forever. Because we offer so much that we just don't share with the world. But as soon as you get in, you realize this is a family. I got a full team and every department can help you.
Got you. What all do you guys do?
Oh man, we do everything dealing with content. So we're a full content agency, right? And what that means is, let's say you come to me like, yo, I got my own camera person, and we don't need you, but we might need strategy. Well, you come to us, we'll give you strategy. We help you with your plan. We help you be creative. Or if you like, yo, hey, we need to shoot content. Well, we actually shoot content. I'm a real shooter, so I've been shooting for over a decade. So not just hey, let me put you over here with that place. I ain't the middleman. I'm really the outlet. You know what I'm saying? Not the plug, right?
Before you leave, make sure that you give Mike some notes.
No, I got him, man. We already been chopping it up.
I gotta tease.
So we do that content development, and then also for people who might shoot their own content, like this podcast, might not have the time to edit. Well, we got a full editing service where you can get unlimited editing with us for months, right? Awesome. So let's say this month you get an unlimited editing subscription. You don't got to do no contract. We'll edit all your content. Depending on the length, we'll have it back to you in 48 hours, right? And so we also have a department where it's social media management, where we handle all your social medias, right? So we do all your posts, we do all your repurposing of your content because a lot of people just put out content in one form. Well, we break it down. Hey, this video can go into graphic mode to email sequence all the way back around. You can change it from just post, then YouTube it, then you can Instagram story. Like this one piece of content should be able to live in so many different areas, but most people only keep it at one, and they only post it one time and let it live one time.
That's what they're comfortable at.
Yeah. So we show them how to make more off of it, right? And then we also do marketing and advertisement, of course, and brand development.
Got you. Give me some of your biggest brands.
I don't name drop.
Hey, that's that. That's that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I've been doing this for a decade, so I don't work with a lot of people. We just don't use people's names to get to the next level. I
respect that.
And our dope thing is we like to deal with more entrepreneur startups, so more brands that's from zero and turn them to 100 instead of people that's already 70%.
Why is that?
Because it's better, right? Because think about it like a house. When you go in a house, man, you want to know exactly what it is that you got to fix, right? Because sometimes you'll fix here and then the foundation be messed up. And now you got to start all over, or you got to dump that whole house and build a new house, right? So it's the same way. So sometimes we come in, the foundation just trash, right? So I don't want to start from here. Even though you might get some sales, you might get some everything else is trash. So it's like now we got to come through and redo everything. So we really like dealing with starters because we can touch them from bottom to top, Got
you. With things changing so much, man, it's a necessity to have somebody like you just because I can't keep up. So like when you say like, you like to use one thing, I'd rather just stick to Instagram and let that boy sink into the Facebook. You know what I'm saying? If I were to handle everything by myself, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just like sink it.
Yeah.
I'm not even, but that doesn't always help because like you're not spending time on that app, pushing it on that app.
Yeah, man, you gotta, your audience, man, you gotta serenade them, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make them fall in love with you. So what a lot of people do now is just try to hit, fuck on the first night, hit them with the sale instantly, blah, blah, blah. Now you gotta marinate, you gotta serenade them, you gotta make them know that you love them and you wanna see them win.
Give me an example, man.
Man, let's say you trying to sell me this water. Instead of telling me all the benefits of the water, you just trying to throw it right at me, man. Come on, man, what you doing?
I love it.
Let me understand the minerals in this water. Why this water going to help me? What the benefits of staying hydrated versus dehydration? Like, really give me some value.
Facts.
Make me want to buy it and want to buy a lot of the water and not just this one bottle because you threw it at me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Do you guys help people with copy? I see that as a big
copy,
struggle.
yeah. With our social media management, we do the copy. So, yeah, so.
Got you, man. You are all in one style.
Yeah, I mean, we just realized what people need, and we heard the cries. Like a lot of people just go off of what they think that the marketplace need instead of listening to the marketplace. So you got to think. We talk to a lot of clients. We hearing all the problems they have. We're like, hold up, we can just add that on. That's easy. We got the manpower, right? Because a lot of people don't got the manpower, right? So I think that's what lacks. And another thing is, you just want to focus on the business. You don't want to have to be the creative, the business, even though we all micromanage at some point, but you really want to just focus on sales and marketing and growing the business, bringing the leads in. You want everybody else to handle everything else.
Facts.
Facts. So,
how'd you get started in this, man?
Man, I've been in this game. I was blessed to start, like I said, in 2011 with an artist. So I started in the music side. So that's why I really got a lot of my start at. And I had a good friend at that time that wasn't famous. Now he's known, and I was able to do his whole brand and get him signed to Interscope and all of that. And he got a lot of big hits.
So after the artist,
I stayed in artists. I stayed in artists for about 6-7 years, right? And then I transitioned to the businesses probably like a couple years ago.
So you talking 2018?
Yeah, pre-COVID. Well, first I went from artists to the creatives, right?
Okay.
So I went to educating the creatives about business, right? Because I felt like a lot of, and this a big thing I tell people, don't be scared to pivot, right? A lot of people be stuck in one thing and this is what I do. No, see where the marketplace is and how it's changing and trending, and you pivot, right? And stay in your lane though, but pivot and don't be scared to grow, right? And so I started off with the artists, and got a lot of artists signed, right? And the reason why I'm saying I got them signed is because of I did all their music videos, all their photos, all of their content that
gotcha. So you doing visuals out the gate, like just everything. That's why you know about the cameras.
Yeah. So I'm him, like, you know what I'm saying? And literally I was like, man, my mental. I started reading more, getting more educated, and I did movies. I did a movie. I was featured in like Forbes, all of that good stuff. And I spent a lot of money on that movie. And then I like, man, I need to do something else because I spent cash, right? And so then I started getting into financing, right? And understanding how America works. And if America a corporation and how this and that and just the growth. And then I started like, yo, most creators don't know this shit. Right. So I started teaching creatives business. Right. I said, hey, most creators are passion driven. They don't understand the business, the structure, how to build a company and really scale. They mostly one man army. Right.
Thanks.
And you can't scale like that. Right. And so then I was like, OK, cool, man. I started educating, did the courses and all that. And I'm like, you know what? I just want to focus on business. I can't be begging nobody to get this information.
I can dig it.
And then we start focusing on businesses, and we were just like ahead of our time. And then when COVID hit, every business we just seen, they really needed the internet, and we was there to help.
So what was your first business that you helped? You remember that? Like when you transitioned from music to business?
Yeah.
Like what type of business?
No. It was actually I met her here.
Okay.
The first business we really did like a real development for. I met her here. I was at one of Davis and Bree's Instagram exchange thing, and I was a speaker. And I tried this pie. It was called at that time it's called Sanaya's Pastries.
Okay.
And now it's called Crack Pies, right?
Okay.
And literally, I was like, man, we made her redevelop her whole brand, and now she got over 10 distributors. She's opened up locations. She's making buku money, like she's in the ballparks, right?
Nice.
And just because we seen something in her, and we really got focused, and now a lot of people just reach out to us because they see we really got it. But really, the first brand was mine, if anything.
Got you. You are your first testimony.
Yeah, if anything, a whole decade. You know what I'm saying?
There it is. Now, so when somebody comes to you, a lot of us don't really understand how in depth when you say like, hey, they usually got like one lane, and you talked about repurposing in so many different lanes. Without overwhelming somebody, what are some of the first steps that you take somebody that's a potential client that is needing you? They understand that their social media is weak. They may be shy, they're not like really extroverts. How do you start to, what's the process of onboarding to get?
Oh man, that's a blessing because my niche market is shyness, overthinkers, and people who can't stay consistent. So those are entrepreneurs and the businesses I deal with, right? So first of all, if we niche them down, right? Because a lot of times when they come in, their audience is so broad. Right. So let's say if you selling real estate, you say, hey, I'm just selling real estate. No, what type of real estate? What lane? All rentals, all rehabs, development, where you at? Right. Okay, well, I do rentals, right? So you focus on rentals. So let's make sure all your content is addressed to that audience instead of being so broad. No, let the people know who you're talking to, right? And if you somebody shy and you're not the face of your brand, 9 times out of 10, if you shy, we get you out of that. Right. And but it's the patience and the steps and everything that we do is step by step. So we'll have a strategy session, and inside of that strategy session, we'll create all of your piece of content that you got to shoot. Right. And so we take it piece by piece. And then while we own that strategy session, you actually doing real ads, real commercials, and we breaking it down, giving you our formula. And now by the time you get off that call, your shyness is almost over. Right. And then what happens is because we practice, right? Because a lot of times they never practice. So they never really even got in front of the camera or had somebody to coach them in front of the camera, right? And so as soon as we get in the strategy session, that get done, they get happy, they know what to talk about. And then the shoot time, when we get to the shoot date, I'm patient. I'm beyond patient with you. I help you what to work with. And then as soon as you get through that first day, it's a wrap.
Hey man, real quick, I want to thank you so much for this session that you just given me. So Mike, I just want to tell you that the days that it takes me like forever to film is because your sense of direction is trash that day, bro. It's you, bro. It's not me. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the coaching. I just wanted to bring that, man. Hey man, thank you. I'm teasing, man. Yeah, he's a great guy, man. He's a great guy. Man. But patience. I had to.
I think, man, we sometimes try to rush our clients. No, don't rush them. Give them patience and guidance and help them. And I tell my clients, it's not about getting so many pieces of content. It's about getting the right pieces, right? So the right pieces sell. You can go shoot 1,000,000 pieces of content, but if your message is off, your audience is off, your offer is off, everything's off, then you're going to lose. You ain't going to make no sales. You see what I'm saying? So it's about us really critiquing and really making sure that we know who we talking to.
Got you. How do you help somebody? Because I'm pretty sure when their offer is off, like they don't even know what direction to go with that. So let me give you mine. Give me some constructive criticism.
Yeah.
I help aspiring investors how to find, acquire, and find free rental properties to build generational wealth.
Okay. Why you can't shorten that?
Okay, how would you show? I'm taking all criticism right here.
All right. I mean, I simplify it, right? Because sometimes we got to realize that we ain't talking to the advanced thinker. We talking to people that sometimes mentality is stuck at a 5th grader. So what I do is let's just focus straight at 5th graders. Let's just talk and keep it simple that they understand. All right. I teach people how to buy rental properties with no money down, with none of their own money. Simple. All right. That's simple. I know what you're talking about. Inquire to inquiry and all this. That's come on, you're talking too complex for me
Understood.
if I don't know.
Right. No, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So simplify it and then just really understanding what are the problems that they
pain
face.
Points.
Big pain points. What is their fears, but also what's their desires. What they want to get out of this, right? They want to own 22 rental properties. They want to own 100 units, 100 doors. What they want to own. All right, well, let's figure that out. Right. And then so we just really going to figure out your message point and then your videos. Right. And your videos will go for the pain points of your audience. Right. Yeah. You try to buy a rental property before. Right. And they told you need 20% down. Right. And you didn't get the property because you ain't had 20% down. Well, I'm going to teach you how to get the property with no money down or show you how to leverage credit in order to buy it. Right. So reach out to me now.
Gotcha. That's the video that we're doing after this.
Yeah, simple as ever. Just get to their fears and think about a lot of people try to buy rental properties. They might not know the BRRRR strategy. They might not know how to leverage credit. They might not know your formulas that you got that you teaching.
Right.
So it's up to you to really understand that they don't know. So it's up to you to get value, and educate. And we always say this, if you say your secret sauce is your secret sauce and you don't want to give away none, you don't got enough information. You need more. You need to give them more. Give them so much that they feel like they stealing from you. And if they feeling like they stealing from you, then they going to bless your pockets.
Facts. That's a bar.
I'm just telling you.
Got you. Now, that situation, now you got the offer. Like, what's the next step?
Oh, well, we go in and sometimes we look at people offering. Sometimes that should just be too high. And when I say too high, it's who their audience is, right? And I created a thing called the Mercedes-Benz method, right? So we know Mercedes-Benz got the big boy Maybach, they got the E-Class, they got the CLA, they got something for everybody. The blessing that people got to realize is Mercedes got something for every class. So when you driving a Mercedes, you driving a Mercedes, no matter if it's the little boy or the big boy. Do your packages the same way. Have 3 offers, 3 different packages. Some for the people starting, some for the people in the middle class, and some for your up echelon. Because your smaller package always going to want to upgrade to the next level. Get them levels to go. A lot of people only got one offer and that shit $10,000 and nobody getting in. Now you losing money. But you could have had an offer at $499, right? Now you got more people coming in, and now they seeing that you really give value. Now they coming to spend $1,000. Then they come to your $10,000.
Some people, you correct me if I'm wrong. Some people out here feel like I only want to deal with this type of person.
Man, that's rare though. Majority, we talking majority. The masses is the masses.
There it is.
When we do our offers, we doing it for the masses, not for that rare. Like you gonna get what, 2 or 3 of them a year?
So then what do you say to those that say a lot of people don't get value in courses? Because a lot of people are looking for mentorship. They're not looking for a course.
That's the point. They don't want that boring old just talking to the screen. They want you to be hands-on. That's what they paying for because they really don't know. They want somebody to hold their hands and really give them that knowledge. Now, courses work. You just got to make sure that your course is interactive. Not just you, hey, sitting in front of the camera, hey, now you go to this place and you do this and this and this. Nah, man, you got to, hey, I want to take this step. Once we do this, I need you to do 1, 2, 3 and get them small actionable steps and not so much because sometimes we got so much. We overwhelm. They already don't know. Now you go look at your course and you go see how many people really complete it and how many people don't. right? It's a lot of people that don't complete it because they really needed more one-on-one training. And it's not hard for you to get them some of that.
But you can't offer that at $497, though, right?
No, you can offer a group though.
Got you.
At a group. So if 100 people came in, well, get on Zoom this week. I'm gonna do once a week, once every once a month, whatever depend on how big you get.
Right.
But majority of people are starting off and they ain't at that big plateau. You know what I'm saying? That big plateau, it changes. But majority of the startup companies, they trying to get to that big plateau and act like it, but they ain't there yet, and their audience ain't there, and they value points ain't there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta be. It's a popularity contest, right? I'm just being honest. So you ain't popular enough. I'm just being honest. And the only way you could become popular more is just spending more marketing dollars and get around more people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of them people. I don't really like people. I'm just being honest. Like I don't play the games, right? So I'm not trying to join your group. I'm not trying to join none of that. I don't know how to be fake.
Hey, I respect that, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I really do.
So I just keep it real, and a lot of people can't handle that. They want you to, you know what I'm saying? So I just stay out the way.
I've heard this saying. I got to get your opinion on it since you talking spicy.
Yeah.
I've heard people say that a lot of educators today use jewelry and cars the same way rappers do.
Lifestyle. You selling it, right? Because I'm not gonna lie to you. At first, I was so against lifestyle, right? So I was trying to stay low key, keep my money, not show it, not flaunt it, not do none of that. But then you got to realize who your audience is and what are their desires.
Mm-hmm.
So 9 times out of 10, their desires is to have that. So since they desires is to have that, you got to wear that. It's a costume. It's a uniform. And so by you wearing that uniform, it's like, oh my gosh, I want to spend money with them. Like even me, I bought a Bentley, right? When I'm a camera guy with a Bentley. So it's like, you don't see that. And so literally the next day I bought my Bentley, I probably made an extra $30,000 the next day only due to the fact I bought a Bentley. And they like, oh yeah, I really want to, you know what I'm saying? Because it's the minds. They like, man, I always desire to have that or whatever it may be. So it's the desires you planning too. And it's all psychology, right? I was against it. I'm like, man, I want to live like Buffett. I want to live like Mark Zuckerberg. Like, you know, they wearing plain tees, but then you come to find out Mark Zuckerberg tees cost $400. Like these plain tees, like, yo, this man really living a lifestyle.
Oh,
like,
Banana Republic joint.
Yeah, like his stuff is custom by a designer. It's $400 every t-shirt. And so you get to realize.
That's bonkers.
I'm like, oh, I thought that was H&M. But but then get you realize they playing too. And you got to realize your audience. Your audience ain't corporate America. Your audience is your people, so you gotta resonate to them. And if they see the rappers with it and they willing to spend their lives on the rappers, they'll do the same for you. You gotta play it. At first, I was against it. I was against it for a long time. I was a ghost. Like my majority of my career, I stayed low key. I just came out, worked, went back in. I ain't want to play like that.
So when you think you like transition, you know, to be open to it?
One of my mentors broke it down to me and made me understand that all of that stuff is marketing, and that's part of your marketing dollars. You ain't spending no more money. It's part of marketing, and it's part of the dollars. And they broke it down to me like that. And I'm like, shit, I'm spending a lot of money on marketing already, so I might as well add to it with the uniform.
I could dig it. So, you know what I'm saying? Kobe's guy was Jordan. Who's your guy?
God.
I could dig it.
Simple. I don't look up no humans.
Are there certain individuals that you study their craft?
Oh yeah. If that's all the billionaires, only billionaires. I only study billionaires.
Got you. Who name one that comes to mind?
Of course, the Donald. You know what I'm saying? I think Trump made me realize how important business credit was.
Why is that?
Because I realized like a few years ago that man had $3 billion in debt, and I'm like, how the hell he did that? And so it got me to realize business credit, all of that was leveraged in business and not personal. And we taught to get our personal credit together so we could leverage that. But now you really don't leverage the personal. You just use that as a backup, and you really leverage the business because the business can hold the debt. You see what I'm saying? And the Donald made me think about that. And so I just studied all of them. Like everybody, like that's all I watch and study. I don't watch none of these TV shows. I just watch billionaires and study billionaires, and then you get to realizing you got all of the same features as them, except for you ain't white and you ain't have hundreds of years of knowledge pre to this day. That's the only thing, right? So it's like ain't nothing special about none of them. Like nothing special. It's just they came up at a time where the competition wasn't as the same, and they was privileged, and they had the knowledge, right? So we first generations, right? So
No doubt.
we just now finding the knowledge. I read 60 books a year, so we just now finding the information. The information really be in these books. A lot of this stuff that people sell are regurgitated. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
But us as minorities, we ain't looking in these books. We ain't
Mm.
reading them. We don't want to take the time. I'm reading when I'm waiting on you. I was finishing up a book. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got to do. We got to keep educating. Our brain is a sponge. We got to keep putting it out there so we can keep growing and scaling. And we got to know our goals and where we want to head to. You know what I'm
Got you,
saying?
got you. Goal setting for somebody like yourself. What's that like?
Man, it's like making real goals that's accomplishable, right? So of course your 10-year, your 5 years, your year, your quarterly, and breaking it down. Simple as that. Like 10 years from now, I'm gonna be a billionaire. You know, by the time I get 40, I'm gonna be a billionaire.
How old are you now?
I'm 30. So yeah.
Oh my God.
Uh, so
30?
yeah.
Hey man, I salute it. I love it. I
I
love it.
appreciate it,
I
kid.
love it. I got a decade on you, but I love it, man.
Yeah, but I mean, but at the end of the day, that's you what you doing is different. You know what I'm saying? Because
No
you
doubt.
teaching people ownership, right? And I wish we knew that. You know what I'm saying? Ownership, how it is to own properties, own your own house, right? See, even owning your own house, I tell people all the time, it's like, man, I get so much privilege owning my own house. I get so many discounts on everything in the world just because I own. You know what I'm saying? And it's like teaching minorities to own. You
Mm.
gotta own.
One thing I learned was this. A guy said this to me. There is a significant difference in the discipline that a man has in life based on his relationship with real estate.
Mhm.
Men who own real estate tend to be more savvy investors, and they tend to be more responsible with everything they have in life. What you feel about that?
Man, that's deep, man. I'm just gonna say a man that own because I think that was just gravitated to real estate market. But but no, I love it. I think a man that owns understand how to leverage and pay and debt and all of that
And
stuff
invest.
and invest in literally generations, right? Because we ain't doing this for ourselves. We doing this for our generation, our kids. And a
Mhm.
lot of people don't understand that they doing it for themselves because they might not have kids and responsibility, so they just trying to stay aboard the train and look cool. We
And
ain't
it's not
doing
even, and he wasn't even going in that direction all the way, although that definitely is tied to it. But he was really more so talking about commitment.
That's
He was
big.
he's like a guy that goes from apartment to apartment. He can't even like stay committed to at least
Mm-mm.
let anything else. So that's how he's going to maneuver through women and et cetera.
That's hard.
Therefore, if he can't be committed to real estate, or if he's not committed to real estate, more than likely, he's not committed to a lot of different things
That's hard.
after a certain age.
Yeah, I think that's real. I don't care what you do. First thing you need to do is own.
Mm.
The own give you that power, that leverage, right? You know what I'm saying? And by you owning, you can do whatever. You got freedom.
Got you. So you know a little bit about real estate. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I done
Do you
flipped
own any? Do you own any properties?
My personal properties, I just rehabbed the property, sold it like last month. That's like a secondary market for me.
Got you. Oh, so you dabbling.
Yeah.
Okay. How many flips have you done?
Man, I did some flips, man. I ain't on your level.
No.
Nah, I just did a few. Like I ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's secondary. Like it ain't.
So how'd you get into it though?
Man, I paid $15,000 for their mentorship.
Let's talk about that though.
Yeah.
Why did you pay $15,000 for
Because
the
I
members?
was lack of knowledge and I should have kept my money. Nah, man. I think sometimes like, you pay for the relationship and the crazy thing about it, I wanted to get more into real estate and people were just like, my clients that's real estate people, they kept just not wanting to give me the game and I'm trying to pay them, but they trying to keep me as a creator because my mentor is like, they know like I'm going to get it done. But I was like, you should want a mentee like me. You see what I'm saying? But some people want to be the big shiner in their department, in their area, and not realizing, hey, let me tap you and give you the game because I know you can make it.
Yeah, we could partner up and do it.
Forever.
It goes both ways because you can't take every deal. So when you got 2 or 3, you can slide them back to me and
Yeah.
reciprocate.
Yeah, but some people don't think like that. They they cornballs sometimes, but we just doing business over here, so we gonna keep it over there. I'm cool. All right, I ain't gonna ask you twice to teach me nothing.
One thing I tell my mentees, so I got a program at Entrepreneur to Entrepreneur where I teach people how to get free rental properties. But one thing that I have as part of my course is there's a section where I tell them as a homework assignment to find out who are the top 3 agents in their city. You know what I mean? Top 3 contractors. They're going to be busy. They're not going to be ready for you.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they play big. And you need to know who your biggest competitor is as a wholesaler and or investor because typically that's going to be somebody who you partner up with one day.
That's hard.
Because you look at them as competition, but more than likely, when you can't take the deal, they will.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you let them know, like, hey, when you can't take a deal and they're getting massive amount of deals, you're an option for them.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing for me to take doing that mentorship was I was reaching out to lenders, but I was reaching out to the wrong lenders. I was reaching out to like for regular loans when I should have been reaching out for hard money loans.
Yeah, no doubt,
And I was like, man, I would have gave you $1,000 just to teach me that. The rest of the shit, nah.
I didn't go ask who it was, but
I'm not gonna do, because that person, he's a great dude. Like great dude. I just think his program is so big that he's not hands-on.
Okay.
That's it. He got over 300 students that paid him $15,000.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's a great person, but he's not hands-on. Like that's why I pay for hands-on.
Understood. Here's a play for you, man. When it comes to money, let's say you got a private loan, a fix and flip loan. By now you know that. You know what I'm saying? Get you a fix and flip loan. They're going to give you, 85, 90% for your deal, right? For private money, if you didn't want to use your own, you could go to your accountant. Your accountant has your books, and your accountant is going to know other people with money. Then you give them a private money packet, giving them the history of some of your deals in the past, and then he could give it to that. You know what I mean? My name is Eric Armstrong. I'm an investor in Indianapolis, Indiana. I buy residential homes. I flip them. My time is typically 3 to 6 months. I'm giving a return of 12%. You know what I'm saying? I'm using your money is gap lending. Therefore, we're going to put you secondly on the mortgagee clause. And basically, I'm going to get your money back to you every 6 months. If you want to grow your money that often, we could do it like this.
See, he ain't even had that game in there.
But you feel me though? Your accountant know everybody. So you don't got to go fishing for private money.
Yeah, fact.
He know everybody. Yeah. And if he doing your books and he does your taxes, he could give that to the other people. Yeah. And basically be like, yo, my man did a quarter. My man did this. Therefore, he's solid. And if you don't pay the money back, they get to basically, get the asset.
Grab it. Yeah. Facts. I just, I think what happened was I just got so tired of people just like not trying to give me the sauce. And I'm like, man, I like how he moving. Here you go. I ain't think twice about it. I sent you over the wire because I kept seeing reviews. When you see 200 students then had a few flips, I'm like, whoa, something right over there. Like, it's something right over there. But I just think it was at a point in time where he was accessible. I mean, he accessible. I do his content now, so it's like he accessible now. But I got my money back.
His energy different.
I got my money back. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the point is like, you know what I'm saying? He's a good person. It's just I think and I told him this too, so it ain't like I'm not.
No, I got you, bro.
Yeah. I just think you gotta be more hands-on with your students, like, cause they invest in you. They change your life. Like, you know what I'm saying? You talking about 300 students pay $15,000. They change your life, though. You know what I'm saying?
I could dig it. So let's say you are an investor. You know what I'm saying? So not a teacher like myself, but an investor. How can your company support somebody who needs to build their brand, their content in their local market? You know what I'm saying? What are some things that they could do to really build their brand?
Understand their market and what it is that they market needs, right? And really going into depth and fixing problems, right? And not just thinking, oh, this is a problem. No, go see what the problem is, right? And literally see what the big things are, the top 3 things that you can do to change your marketplace, right? So let's say if you're investing in what? Real estate? All right, cool. And you want to be seen, or you just want to be in the back end with your money and you don't want to show the world?
Want to be seen.
All right, want to be seen. All right, top thing. All right, make sure that you do some free seminars to tell the people that's out there with whatever you buying. So if it's real estate, let them know that you're here and you're investing in properties, because it's a lot of people that know properties that need to be sold, just don't know that you're the person to bring them to. Right? And then making sure that everybody eat game theory, right? Game theory, as long as everybody on the board eats and win, you'll forever win. And a lot of us don't understand that, right? They think they try to be crabs or they try to take so much. No, if we got to play, if I could eat, you can eat, he can eat, then we all win and we all gonna always bring deals to the table. But just making sure that you understand the principle about everybody win, making sure that you get it out there that you buy houses or whatever that you buy, and then letting the marketplace know what type of houses you buy, right? And then giving them value on ways that you will buy or ways that they can become something like you. Because a lot of people want to be like you. They just don't know that, right? So you teach them how they can be investors. If they got $10,000, how can they change that into investment? Create a partnership group, right? So this is a community. If you got 10, he got 10, he got 10. Now we got this money. Now let's go buy this property. and make sure that your brand look good, right? Another thing is people got poor quality content, right? That they put out. It looks like homemade shit, but you saying that you do this and do that. You worth this. If you worth this and you ain't putting no money into this, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I look at people quality and content and see how much they invest in. I don't believe you if it look like trash.
Gotcha.
Because it don't cost that much to make your image look good. And if you seriously trying to take over the internet, you gotta look like something. So really just knowing your marketplace and being dominant. Number one guy, I want to be in the top 5. Top 5 in your city. If you ain't in the top 5, you gotta keep working. You see what I'm saying? And we all sometimes be in the top 5. Think about the billionaires. One of them, one year they'd be the richest man. Then next thing you know, you go down to number 2 or number 3.
Right.
You gotta keep working. A lot of people get comfortable. You might make your first million and be like, oh, this is it. Then you realize that shit water. That shit,
I've been there.
That shit go. I made my first million in 2016. That shit was water. I didn't realize that. I'm like, oh, we up. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. That shit goes because you got the overhead, right? So really just making sure that you know your market, you giving some value, making sure that you staying consistent, making sure that your image is together. I say that as an investor. Let us know that you're an investor. Give us tips about how we can work with you or how you want to work with the marketplace, whatever it may be, whichever spectrum you on.
Got you. Would you go away from stagnant images and go all video?
Images are boring. Image is boring. Like you can add it on, but if you're gonna do it, you want to do a value. Like you want to add value to the images, not just look at me. I look nice. I got this in front of me. Nah, give me some value. I want to reshare that video. I want to hear your passion about how you talking. So you telling me, yo, man, you can go out here right now. You could buy rental properties with no money down. How? Well, you go do XYZ. My formula teach you XYZ. Give me the formula. Give me the thing. Give me the passion. I want to see it through the camera. I know it's real. I tell people if your content right, you should hit motherfuckers straight in the heart.
Out the gate.
You should hit them in the heart.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just now really getting better at that. But it's a little different to look Mike did in the eye at the camera.
Nah, cause you in a room by yourself for real. You ain't in front of 50,000 people like you gonna be.
That's easier for me.
No, that's the crazy part. That means it's something with yourself you ain't happy with.
Man, or something.
You feel me? Cause I tell people like, yo, it's the easiest part to be in a room by yourself or with one other person and getting this out. Because you don't got that pressure of everybody's opinions. Or you messing up. Like, cause to be honest, they only gonna see your good take.
True.
So you can take 100 takes, like do your do, but get your message out there. And don't overthink it. Think about who you talking to and what you talking to it for and what they can walk away with. So think about how many people you can help with your whatever piece of content you put out. And really, because you get to talking from the heart and not thinking about the words that you're saying. So you see what I'm saying? So I could go all day. Like like this water right here, man, this Dasani, man, it do something different for me, man. It just make me feel rejuvenated. It makes me want to just get out here and run more, work out more when I drink it, right? So you can do the same thing. You just got to understand, hey, you want to be healthier, you want to do this, whatever it is that you trying to talk to people, just talk to it. I'm talking about water right now. It's just water. I think people got to realize that you got a special characteristic.
No doubt.
And you got to just share with the world. Don't be like Buddy because you see how Buddy moving. I don't want to be like Buddy.
I feel like that's what's going on a lot.
Oh, yeah, but it's people that don't know who they self is. You see what I'm saying? I don't play follow leader. I just stay to myself. But I always been like that. I always been a leader. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes it might not be my turn. I'm all right with that.
I can respect that.
I'm all right with that. I don't care. That mean I got to work harder. I don't mean I got to see what you got going. I don't care. All right, cool. You see what I'm saying? Because we marathoning. You know what I'm saying? If I'm so focused on you running, I'm a trip. I'm fall. Break my ankle. I can't run no more.
No doubt.
You feel me?
So now that you are where you are, about how many clients do you have?
Man, we got a lot of clients. We doing really well. Like, so I don't know. I don't handle all the numbers and stuff. But we got clients in every department that we working with. My team, I got a team about 14, 15 staff. Full-time. So yeah. So they handle a lot.
Got you. So when it comes to your company and people getting their company associated with you, like what type of budget do I need to have? Because it's intimidating.
Yeah.
I'm just be honest with you. It's intimidating. Yeah. And people feel like they may not be able to sustain paying for your help.
That's facts. So we made it easy. We don't think what happens is everybody try to like what we call milk the cow, right? And so that means they try to get the biggest number that they can up front. And then now the person is in limp, right? Because they can't keep up. or the content might not work the first month. It might be a 90-day run before it even make moves or make something, right? So what we do is we do it a la carte, individual. We're not trying to sell you the big boy package. We try to sell you where you at. So if you at small content 4-hour shoot, you at 1,500. You know what I'm saying? If you had commercials, you had 5K. But if you had social media management or social media cleanup, you might start at 1,500. You see what I'm saying? So, but what happens is when they get in our system, maybe a month past, they done spend 10,000. But it's not to the point where they like, I felt it because they seeing the results.
They're producing and getting it back.
Yeah, and a lot of people just try to grab the whole 10, and now first of all, they gonna be super on your ass. They gonna try to see everything. They want results quick, but you let them know that it takes time, right? It's a build up, and you alley carting the service, so you're only giving them what they need at that moment. You're not overwhelming them.
Good.
Like our clients, man, they stick with us for a long time, so that's why it's kind of hard, and they spend money with us. Like they ain't hurting because they making it back and they looking good. See what I'm saying? I think that's the biggest thing because you got to think you dealing with a company like we hands on. So I'm not just shooting your content and you don't get no. When you just get a folder and you go about your way, hell nah. We hands on because we know you need every one of these services. So you'll go from my department to Gabby's department over to this department. So you come from my department. My department is just content, right? And so then we got this department to handle that. And so you'll come from my department with your content. Now you got to go over to this department. And so now they'll take care of you. Then that department will take care of you. You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
So people stay, and then next you know, I see you again. So it's like they do a full circle and they stay with us.
Got you. Kind of like a doctor going to each what you call it, station or whatever.
Yeah, but we solving problems, and our satisfactory level is high. So we really working with you. We really tangible. We really helping you go to the next level.
Understood.
So, but it's hard to do if you're a one person army. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do that. Yeah, you overwhelmed.
By far.
Yeah.
Like, you been there, done that.
Yeah, we all did. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, a lot of services I couldn't do back then. I'm like, man, I left so much money on the table.
So a lot of people fear, from my perspective, a lot of people fear, they look at the salary of what it's going to cost for that employee, not looking at that employee as I should basically 3 to 5x whatever I'm paying him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm big on time. Like, I'm rich because of my time in life. I'm not rich because of monetary. You know what I'm saying? So I value my time. Like, that's why I say I'm always on time. I value my time. I was here 30 minutes early.
I peeped you.
I was just outside in the car reading my book. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Then I walked in.
I apologize, man.
No. I know how this works. Come on, man. I'm on this side. I know how this works. So that's why I was like, man, all right, cool. I walked in because I didn't know if you was here or not because it was lights. So I walked in like, oh, okay, he in there. All right, let me go chill. Let me go finish reading. I'm trying to finish this chapter up.
Bet that. This is the second time you brought up reading, man. Yeah. What are your top 3 books?
Man, for starters, it depends on what level they are.
I feel that. For an entrepreneur that's starting.
Of course, you already know top 1 is. You know that.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad?
You know that. You know that.
Okay.
Because how he break it down and he let them translate. Then they go from, I think, Rich Dad, Poor Dad to probably The Richest Man in Babylon. And then I think they should go to like compound interest. And then probably...
I don't hear people say that a lot, but that's a good one.
Yeah, I think and I think they need to go to Never Split the Difference. Like, He
just put me on that.
Yeah,
he just put me on that. He literally just bought it for me.
Yeah.
That's the book.
Yeah. Negotiation.
A book, right? Yeah.
All right. So that was saucy. I like that. Yeah. I like the way you went there. Give me some advance. For somebody that's hit, let's just say they're doing a good 6 figures a month.
Oh man, it depends on what they selling, right? So I think you should study books that's in your niche market and stay, cultivating your brain.
Understood. Let's talk about offers then.
Offers, man. Sell like crazy. Some Brian Tracy, The Psychology of Selling. Let's see. Of course, some Grant Cardone 10X rule type stuff. Or never sold and not be sold. Sell and not be sold, some Gary Vee and all that. I think those.
I could dig that.
If we talking about offers and stuff like that, and then back to Never Split the Difference. I think that's it because we don't understand negotiation. We negotiating with ourselves. Most of the time, or we devalue ourselves. Or you go get my book. I got a book, Broke Creatives Don't Make Money. Learn the business of being a creative.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? In my book, man, it breaks down so many different theories of being a creative and understanding how to protect yourself, how to give your clients more value, how to go get funding and use funding to do all your marketing, and understanding just giving your clients more, always giving them more, always going the extra mile. A lot of people too busy looking at the money when they're not looking at the long term. And so that's why a lot of people try to milk the cow. They try to get all they can get out you right then. Instead, they might get a quick 10 and you done. Or if we do it piece by piece, they might spend 100 with you that year. People don't understand what people will do to keep the ball rolling. Nobody wants to stop once it's going. If it's quality, it's quality. They're going to do whatever they got to do. They're going to go take out 10 loans. You don't know that. You just know you getting your monies. But that first 10 or whatever, that's all their money. They ain't going to get that up. But they'll give you a percentage though. They'll give you $1,000 real quick out there.
Out the gate. Yeah. I'm following
but
you.
But people don't understand that. They just try to, man, you run it up from the smaller numbers for real. Like, and then but this all depends on what you offering, right? So your mentorships and stuff go up and all of that when they won't get the game and the services. But when we talking about you just doing small stuff or whatever, helping them, it's service based. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get up there. You know, our goals is to be getting $1 million a job. You know what I'm saying? Because it's companies out there that's doing that.
Got you. Man, that was heavy, bro. You unloading on me.
Man, no, I appreciate you and your time, man. I was like, yo, okay, cool. You know, I like this shit. And like I told you, I stayed to myself. So it's like, and I looked at your page. I was like, oh yeah, bro, shit look good. It don't look like no rinky dink stuff.
I appreciate it, man. Like, kudos to Mike. He does
give Mike something. You heard? Give my man something. Mike gonna take all the cameras, all the audio, and get up out of here.
But you came in, you heard him talking down about my cameras.
Man, he been honest. You can't. Facts is facts, man. Ain't no talking down. Facts is facts. You need a little more power. Need a little more power, man. You know, that's a 4x4.
Man, so I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. We started this with iPhones, bro. About 2 year and a half ago. Okay. Started with iPhones, did my first 10, and I was just doing it for community. Yeah. I really didn't understand that this shit was a whole different business. Yeah. And it's a business.
Non-profit to for-profit.
Man, and so then we got with Shan's. Basically, I was with him in Miami on the yacht, and I was just like, bro, you down there, bro. You know, I like what you're doing. And basically, I was like, man, I need you to mentor me. He didn't really want to do it.
Yeah, now he doing it for them big tickets.
Yeah, but I told him, I was like, hey, bro, like, this your first day mentor me. You don't know that, but we know that. Just give me a ticket at the end of the day. And so he waited. He didn't want to do it. Yeah. And I literally was like, what's the ticket?
Yeah, Shan's king of curving.
Man.
King of curving, man. So, yeah, I said it. Hey.
And so, no, long story short, man, he gave me the opportunity. He mentored me for 4 months. And so at that moment, you know what I mean, like we upgraded everything, you know what I'm saying, from mics to everything. And then I just realized that, man, this is like a cheat code, bro. You know what I mean? For this consultation. Yeah. It would hurt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean, we'll be giving you content and, you know what I mean, snippets and everything. And it's just like, I'm also building just like a network of like-minded individuals and connections. You know what I'm saying?
I think this big, especially from where you from, man. They don't got that.
Man, and that's what we doing, man. So I appreciate you, man.
I love it, man. You got to think I'm a Midwest person myself, so I know what you bring to the table.
I appreciate it.
So that's crazy, and that's dope, especially that you've been in real estate that long, too. Like, that's another blessing because a lot of people just now learning. You've been in there forever, you know what I'm saying? They just not learning, right? And you know what I'm saying? And they ain't owning none. They just wholesaling or getting in. Man, ownership is key.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Now, if you try and run it up, whosale till you can run it up, then flip, but own.
That's really the long play. And I'm going to be honest with you, you know, like my first 9 properties, I bought all for like $110. That's 3 bedroom, 2 baths. You already know. Like I'm in India. Yeah. And then 3 bedroom, 2 baths if I could exit out. And they were all in suburbs. I probably put about on average 15 into them, lipstick.
How you get that first 110? Or 20% or whatever.
So obviously I had her hair company, and you know what I mean. So I had a little change. I would say I had about a meal ticket. Yeah. But I went and got mentorship. Yeah. Because I lost millions of dollars, trial and error with her hair. Other hair companies, Ming Lee wasn't trying to really deal with me. You hear me? Yeah. She just wasn't really. You know what I mean? We're not gonna sit there and powwow. Yeah. Like like
One
we
of
are
my
today.
guys, Warren, he got She Happy Hair. They did like
Yeah.
60 million.
Hey, so she was over there
It's a
in
he.
Houston.
It's a he.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, Warren. Yeah.
I ain't know that in
That's
Houston.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow,
She
that's
Happy
big.
Hair. It's a guy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
my
yeah.
guy.
So I've done 38, so,
Yeah.
but they came up more like 15, 16. They came
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
And he got like a couple different retail spots. I got
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
But no, long story short, man, everything I was doing was trial and error. And I was on YouTube University. And so I really got tired of that. So that's when I started joining masterminds for e-commerce, is when I realized, okay, I'm not doing this with real estate.
Yeah.
So I went and joined Fortune Builders in the beginning, met a couple people, made some great connections.
Yeah.
And ever since, that was the key to life.
I think I need to spend more money in mentorships.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't like people.
Yeah, I don't like weird people, man. I don't got. I don't like the people like that was lame in high school, got a little power, and they think they too cool. And the ones I don't like, and I can't deal with them because I'm gonna chump them off. Right, so I just stay to myself, man.
Hey, so he pointed at me, and I don't care. We relate in this fashion. I just feel like a lot of what I see is boys that ain't never really had no money.
Yeah.
That's why they don't know how to act.
Yeah, but it's like, don't play with me. That's simple. I ain't built like that.
Hey, I get it. But nah, man, so I invested into real estate, man. Really, they gave me a diverse diet of all the different aspects of real estate, bro. And so I bought a commercial building 400, put 100,000 into it. Today it's worth right around 950.
That's hard.
Those 9 properties I told you I bought, man, I pulled out in equity over the years. Now they worth about 110 or 210 to 250. You know what I'm saying? So I done pulled out literally over the time, literally like $500,000.
Yeah.
So I was saying the buy and hold game really still works like the flip, because those refinances, when I'm taking the money out, it's tax free.
Yeah, exactly. No taxes on loans. Come
Yeah,
on,
so I'm refinancing, and so.
But that's where the game at.
Facts.
That's the real game. Like people gotta realize. I tell people all the time, what you put down too, that all go on the back end. You want that on paper anyway.
There it is.
You wanna, you trying to run from Uncle Sam when you don't gotta run if you store it over there.
And you talked about funding too. What people don't realize is that banks have a special relationship with real estate.
Collateral. They come grab it.
Therefore, if you have equity, if you did the Burr method and got one free property, let's just say 100,000 low end in the hood, and you have now $20,000 equity in the property that you didn't really, that ain't your cash that you worked for, you got sweat equity in it, right? But the truth is, you could go borrow against that to get a $10,000 loan for your marketing campaign to work with somebody like yourself.
Yeah.
And that's based on the real estate move. And everybody got a relationship with real estate. They just either paying or collecting.
That's it. Most of them paying.
And so, we just want to get on the other side of this, folks. And that's where, my passion has led to. I have other things that push it.
I'm trying to get in the real estate market too as well, because my goal is I'm trying to my end all goal is to become a bank, right? A bank for creatives though, and I want to be the one to fund their movies and all of the creative ideas, because when you think of Hollywood, they're funded, but they're owned 100%, and we'll never have generational wealth from production. And so my goal is to own up. That's why I spent so much money to try to get in real estate, because I really wanted to start building up my collateral to go into things. Because I'm getting to the billionaire stage regardless, right? 10 years less, right? But the collateral was gonna help. And not hand based and not just service based. It's really collateral based and moving the money and playing that way. You heard?
No
So
doubt.
that's what we building.
Real life Monopoly.
Yeah, cash flow.
There it is.
We don't play Monopoly.
There. Ooh! Man, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you.
I'm about to do my spiel for my people. Meanwhile, think of one gem that we could get to the audience, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as marketing, advertisement that they need. And then also, when we get out of here, let them know where they could find you, how they could access you and your company to basically invest within for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So, man, again, man, thank you for watching another episode of First Generation Wealth Builders. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to tell a friend, that we interview dope people, you know what I'm saying, that do dope things in a relationship to real estate. Here is where you can really learn a lot of different things to really expand your mind and just build. So tap in, man. Make sure to like, share, and comment. You know what I mean? Tell a friend to tell a friend, man. And back to you, bros.
Man, at the end of the day, content is king, man. And regardless if you're an entrepreneur or not, or dream to be an entrepreneur, you will always have to be the one to take the risk in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. So invest in your marketing, invest in your brand, your products, your services, and really always give it your all. Never half-ass it, never give poor quality. Think about something that you will want and you give it to the world. And understand that if you make sure that you helping somebody in the world, you'll forever eat from the world. All right. I'm the king of content, Dontell Antonio. And you can follow me on Instagram at Dontell Antonio. And I'm gonna keep helping people get content all around the world. People with their brands, business grow from content. I'm the king of content and I'm out. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, what's your website, man?
You can go to www.dontellantonio.com or you can go to compositemediahd.com.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. We're going to put the link below
Yeah.
so you can tap in, man.
Yeah,
Thank
do
you,
the
man.
Dontell one.
All right, there it is. And we out.
Yeah.